Okay, very good, brother. Go ahead, if you will, with the prayer.
This is the prayer by Amun-Rayay, written by Panabab Yanun. Nakuk suduk di Amun-Rayay. Unape mo mautu. Umadea Umumuze Uli Panan Jaman Uwakat Panabab Yanun. Halal Hamada Aten Le Amun-Rayay. Qatar Shalil Fa Patat Rupa Taha the Nukia the Wapu. I trust I wear by Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his papyri and his warner for this day and time.
This call will
by the Bab Yanun. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, the third overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am the Wapian.
Thank you. I know, Uncle, you had something to share with us, right?
Sure, Messiah.
All right.
Okay, I wanted to talk to the family about change. And I know we've heard it hundreds of times before that the only thing constant is change. Change itself is the ascension. It goes hand in hand with right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding. Having the actual facts, having the truth, we're now discarding those things, the lies that no longer serve us. We're all morphing each day into new beings. We're shifting. Our spiritual guide, our Messiah, Amun-Rayay, has repeatedly encouraged us to make the journey within, to turn ourselves inside out, and our perspective of who and what we are. It's in the holy tablets that we must change for a protein electron proton grid to an electron proton electron grid, which is turning ourselves inside out. And for those who cannot or will not, they'll be left behind. In the midst of change, there's the observer, the one that doesn't change, the part of us that is pure consciousness, pure intelligence, omnipresent, sees all, omniscient, knows all, the oneness, the part that is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. The I am one with all, and all is one with me. With that said, we are never static, never at a standstill. We're either ascending or descending. Whether a person is aware of it or not, the Eno site is constantly transmitting and receiving thoughts. When ascending, one is vibrating at a higher frequency, putting oneself in a special class, because there are just certain things one isn't going to do. Disagreeable or negative thoughts cease to exist. However, when descending, you're in an ego mindset. You're in the world and of the world. I gotta get mine. I need and want to be seen. Look at me. The ego asserts that I-ness, I this and I that. The draw is no joke. It's strong. And we all know only the strong survive. It's imperative that we are mindful and intentional in all of our actions. This is real ascension, transformation, the switch from ego to our higher self, the real you. The process is not a destination. It's a journey. It's growth. It's an expansion of our consciousness. During this journey, it's not so much what happened, but how we respond to what happened. We must return to the world of the first mind, for as a man thinketh, so is he. The question is often asked, am I my brother's or sister's keeper? When we all answer from our innermost being, we get the answer yes, because I am my brother or sister. This is the last and final conflict, and there was war in heaven. And in any war, there are casualties. It's up to you whether you'll suffer the second death or not. This is Ankh-Sen Amun-Rayay, daughter of the Hidden One, sending you divine love, light, peace, and joy. Tawahat, Nassar.
I love you.
Nice.
Very good. Rahubat.
Oh, that.
All right.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, sister.
Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's what.
Rahubat.
That was nice.
Yeah, it is. All right. I also wanted to share with you all the part of the introduction to the book that I'm writing. And also I wanted to inspire people to try to draw a cover design for the book. They create a cover design that'll match the content, okay? It's titled The Book of Amun, 76 Trillion Years in Coming Forth by Day, by Nitir Authority, Amun-Rayay, Asa. Messiah to the 144,000 elite chosen few, coming at you again from your past through your future. I, Amun-Rayay, this time born Larry Davensburg in New Orleans, Louisiana, May 31st, 1951. See birth certificate, chapter 19, degree of Abjad. At the stroke of midnight, during the height of a severe thunderstorm, exactly as with my counterpart, Dr. Malachi Z. York, June 26, 1945. We both being visitors, not residents, see proving the existence of God by Malachi Z. York. We needing to re-enter this earth atmosphere under conditions that would disguise our natures as Elohim sent from on high, master teachers with the very special abilities to reactivate the long-hidden divine powers, latent abilities of many of the so-called rejected. But as written in King James, Matthew 20:16, so the last shall be first, and the first last. And King James, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. I, Nitir Authority, Amun-Rayay, Asa, can be found in every scripture in Quran, Ahmed, Bible, Revelation 3:14, and until the angel of the church of Laodicea is right, these things saith the Amen, Amun, Amen. The faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of God, with peace and security reigning on all sides in the still dim infinite past, silence stirred and exploded in a big bang of divine love that rang out in graphic pictures of all that could possibly be imagined, raging, waving out in all directions, spreading consciousness and light with the emergence of profound thought. Each and every one of you as the collective of all in all. Can't add to it. Where would you get it from? Can't take away, because where would you put it? Yes, it was you that said, let there be light. As evidenced, example, if you close your eyes to bear witness to supreme darkness, which is the canvas upon which you create all of your images, pictures, imagine memorizing driving on a bright summer day when suddenly you make a sharp turn and that bright sun hits you right in the eyes, causing you to lose the dividing lines in the street, forcing you to pull down your sun visors to regain control of your vehicle. Now let us closely analyze this scenario. Point to be made, it's memory. There is zero light in your head, skull, pitch blackness. So John 1:15-17, and the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness comprehendeth it not. Meaning, it was you that said, let there be light. And there was light. Fayette Lux, John 10:34. And Jesus answered them, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. Read full chapter John 34 in English translation. And I had written more, but I just want to know if you all think that the way that I'm writing it, formatting it, that'll be people can understand what it is that we're trying to explain to them and how important it is to try to turn themselves inside out.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I agree. It is.
I agree.
You think that they'll be able to understand it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
because that's only
yes,
the introduction.
Yeah.
You got to remember, the introduction is something that you all are very familiar with. But as the book gets further and further and deeper, it's going to get very, very deep and intricate into the higher knowledge. In fact, I may not stop until there's another holy tablet, the next level that Malachi promised to give you all. it may come through myself as he and I are merging and becoming one. But these are very powerful times and very important times. And I know that some of you all, like myself, are beginning to sense that this is a new world and that you're making a dimensional shift. Let me say for myself, specifically, I was dreaming this morning that I was bringing stray Nawabians in, brothers and sisters. I was finding them and walking them into the gates of paradise. And an old friend of mine, Victor Lawton, he was on the gate. And I was driving Malachi somewhere in a car. He was in the back seat. But I was walking these brothers and sisters through the streets of the world, and I still had a pistol in my hand. So I guess it was still a little shaky out there, but I was making sure that I got you all in and that you were fully protected till I got you all the way in there, inside the gates. So know that you need to be focusing with me, to stay with me, to make this walk and this journey, and it's very important that you raise up the other 144,000. Like today, I forgot to send out a post, to create a post, because there was so much happening here. But I hope you all remember what I said. If you don't get a post, to create one yourself. Did anybody remember that?
Yes, sir, I created one.
Yes.
You created one and did you put it out? Create a post and put it out?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I love you. Very good. All right.
Amun,
Yes.
I got my my spiritual package with the tea and stuff, or the herbs.
Okay, yes, not tea. It's herbs. And I give you something because you drive. I call it sunshine. I want you to try it out. It's herbal capsules. If you take them, one or two of them, if you missed a lot of sleep, you have you need to stay woke, you know what I mean, or you need energy. You understand what I'm saying? They'll be good for energy. And then I sent you the capsules that you sent for, of course, to detoxify your entire body, you know, from head to toe. You follow me? And I also sent you a pack of that Amazon healer. You follow me? Now, what you need to do as you take the body cleanse, you know, like, it depends on how your system works. You may need to take 2 or 3 a day. Now, me, I'm kind of sluggish, so I take 7. Now, I know that's nobody, you know, don't dream about that, because that'll be really going too far. But you might try 2 or 3 if you're kind of sluggish, you know, with your system moving. But after you do that for 2 days, drinking like a gallon of water a day, because it'll break up all the free radicals in your body, from your brain all the way to your toes. You see, we have tubing or piping throughout our whole system. You follow what I'm saying, Jasmine?
Tua.
You know, like veins and arteries and intestines and all these different tubes and pipes. And it's like you go into a house that's 100 years old, you turn the water on and it comes out like a squirt gun, and the pipes start making noise, because that corrosive buildup almost closing down, filling up the pipes, you follow me? But if you go into a new house, you turn it on and the water just shoots out real strong, you gotta turn it down, you know what I mean? So, as time passes, all the arteries and intestines get plugged up and caked up. And those natural herbs, they work like a detergent, and some of them, that way break down all the fat and all that cellulose and everything that builds up inside your arteries and your intestines, and it breaks it up into free radicals. That's why you have to drink a lot, like a gallon of good water a day, while you got that stuff on the move to flush it out of your system. Are you following me? And then Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I see the sunshine and the detox one. What's the last one? That's
healer.
With an H.
I'm gonna tell you, that's healer. Now on the 3rd day, then you start taking your healer, probably 2 or 3 a day. All right. And there's no name you can't find. Those are Amazon herbs that Dr. Sadie used to use. You know, names like Quezon de Amor, Heart of Love, and Contrivo, and you know, a lot of Spanish names that the natives gave it in the Amazon forest. But those are the herbs that the Bible said would heal everything in the body. Are you following me?
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to do that once your body is clean. You know, like the wind blowing through you.
Okay, so
But you don't stop taking the cleanser. You don't stop taking the cleanser and the healer until they're all gone. You feel me?
Okay.
And you'll be all new. But drink a lot of good water and eat fruit. Don't eat like a lot of animal flesh. Try to eat as much greens as possible. You'll be brand new. You hear me?
Okay, so I can take both of them at the same time?
Yes, you can, but you want to start on the cleanse first, about 2 days in advance. You want to start on the cleanse.
Okay.
Drinking water to clean the system out, right?
Okay.
Because you don't want those free radicals to circulate around in your body, because they'll settle in pockets in other places. You follow me?
Yes.
And you could be breaking up. You could be breaking up cancer cells or anything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's a preventative medication too. You follow?
Yes.
You might be healing things you're not even showing symptoms of yet. You follow what I'm saying?
I agree.
Well, then get it out of your body. Once it breaks loose, flush it out, and then take the healer to heal up the whole body, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Amun.
And stay close if you have any other questions. If you're driving a long way tonight, you can pop you one of those sunshine and see how that works too. All right. Anybody else have a question? Go ahead.
No, I was finished. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's meant to you. All right. Anybody else have a question or a spiritual experience?
I would like to share something with the class if I could.
Very good. All I want to say is, Kufu, are you here? Because he just got a healing package for me not long ago. Who got a healing package for me that they can try to give Jasmine some idea how many body cleansers to take?
I'd say like 3 to 4.
Wow.
This is Dick.
Yes.
You told. He says if you are hard of the herbs are waking you off, if you're hard of being worked, you take about 4 a day.
Yeah, but how many did you company start using, Bess?
I started off with 2 and it didn't work, so I increased it to 4.
Okay, then they start talking to you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But now, Jasmine, don't worry, it's not a laxative. So don't think you're going to get out on the truck and then all of a sudden it's going to hit you and you're in trouble. You understand what I mean?
Yes,
It's not. It's herbal. It works real slow. It's not a laxative. A laxative will make you laxative dependent, right? And it'll make you dependent on. But this here is electric herbs, and it'll stimulate the muscles and your colon and what have you, and make things start rippling forward like a snake, very slowly. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it doesn't liquefy your stew. You hear me?
Mhm.
It's very natural. So I'm telling you, don't be scared to take it. It's not X-Lax or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It'll give you good, healthy. It'll be. Go ahead.
I received it also, Jasmine, and what I did was I initially started out with, like Amun said, was 2 or 3, and I did that for maybe like a week or so, and I was drinking the water like he recommended, and that worked for me because, like he said, everybody's system is completely different.
That's right.
So
Everybody's
what works
different.
for another person may not work for you, or, you know, it may be overkill, so you have to, it's the trial and error thing for you to know your body and what type of food that you're consuming. If you're doing a lot of meats and heavy foods and stuff, then yeah, it may take more. But everybody's body's different.
I know Kufu said he was taking like 2 a day and it was blowing him up. He was blowing up everything. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
everybody's different. Yeah, you know what I mean? But you
Okay.
just find out where you at, that's all. I would start off with 2, then like Beth said, then you go to 3 or 4 if you need to. But at some point it'll talk to you. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
But it's not a liquid. It's not going to turn anything to liquid, make you push. You can drive all over the world with it. You got plenty of time. It's not like that. All right. Who else has a question or a spiritual experience they'd like to share with us?
I'd like to share something.
Very good.
The divine wonderful. Why do we trust what we see in this false light here in the daylight hours? Nothing is real here while going on every day becoming a normality to us as we're getting further from real reality, the spiritual realm. We're higher and lower versions of self-rule, taking us to other dimensions, planes, frequencies, and vibrations. We should be very leery, concerned of everything we see dealing with this light called daylight hours here. There's no thing to be concerned or worried about in the shadow hours here if you're in touch, in tune with who and what you really are. We're so focused on the wrong ish here, but that's how the enemies and source have it set up. They think they're rolling and ruling here when only the all-knowing source of creation has the only rule and upper hand. The beginning, middle, and final say-so of everything, even all we do, think, speak, emotions to motion, all flowing, blending, melding into all realities of truth, justice, just us, lies, and deceptions. We must go back to the one mind, supreme oneness from which most came out of. Divine ether wants a sixth ether, the ghost state of error and where it all goes wrong. I genuinely do love mine. They love and protect me in every reality there is. I have no concerns or worries. I know who and where I truly belong in all the boundless verses to multiverses to omniverse, the final plane, vibration, dimension, and frequency. Thank you, Pa'ut, for you are all and worthy to be praised and thanked for all you do, done, and continue to do for all eternity where you dwell and rule. What we put into the source in return puts into us, giving all divine wonders of true, real blissfulness. Where I truly want to be, there's no place like home. When I think of home, my only home I'm going back to. Hope to see you all there. Signing off, keep an Amun, one love and bright light from triple darkness to that divine 9.
I love you. And I really appreciate
That was
it.
beautiful.
I also advise you to play that song after it by the one that sung Holmes. What was her name?
Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie
That
Mills.
song,
And
huh?
I do have that at the bottom. Yeah, I do have that at the bottom of that.
Let me. You think it'll play over the phone?
Oh,
I'm glad
you know
that
what?
you all are inspired to start. You know what I'm learning tonight is that you all are paying attention to what I'm communicating to you. It's really getting. Some people are really internalizing this information, and those are the ones that'll be saved. That's caring enough to post up to try to save the other brothers and sisters. That divine love and that supreme intellect where you can assimilate this information and remember it and regurgitate it, you become master teachers. And for that, I really love and respect and appreciate you all. Did you find the song, the link?
I'm getting it now.
Mm-hmm.
That was wonderful, sister. All y'all, what y'all bring to the table, that is very, very helpful to all of us.
And I'm inspired by it.
Yes.
You.
Yes,
Beautiful.
that was beautiful. Thank you, Keeper.
Mm-hmm. Thank both of you.
You're welcome.
Both
Thank
of you.
you all, too.
And I know
That
some
was beautiful.
but Todd, that you pay attention because you write a lot of testimonies and do you explain? Do you make me? It's feedback to me to let me know that you understand what it is you're hearing. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it.
Okay, let's just see if it'll play. Go ahead.
Okay.
And that's where some of the music comes. Friends who have traveled with me through my wonderful experience. A journey. Okay. Now can go home and double track there. Oh, I wish I was home. I wish I was there. With the things I've been knowing, when that makes me come away, then to see that the raindrops that fall, they have for me, sprinkling the sea, makes it all see.
Yeah, Keith, I don't think it's going to play too good, but I'll play it for you all next time. But if you all would do me a favor and do us a favor and look up on YouTube Stephanie Mills' Home and play that for yourselves tonight, it would be a good gesture. It really would. Because she says, if you're listening, God, and all that, it really goes with what you wrote, Keeper. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now who has that next question?
Well, but I have a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead, Ann. Go ahead.
Amun, I wanted to know, could you explain a bit about the wormhole? How does it work, please?
The wormhole? Well, what a wormhole is remember I told you have different universes, and we're the smaller and central of 7 universes on this side of the wormhole, right? But whenever 2 universes collide through expansion, all expanding, when they meet and bump, they create a wormhole. But the most obvious way to create a wormhole is when you have a star, like your sun, probably a much larger, more intense star, and it burns out over billions of years, because even suns have lifespans. And then when they start burning out, they create a supernova, and in the act of becoming a supernova, they explode, and they get larger and larger and larger, so that your sun, for example, would encompass Mercury in its closest orbit to the sun, and then eventually expand to encompass Venus and Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, all the way past the Kuiper belt. It would get bigger and bigger, like a big stellar object in an explosion. And as it explodes, it encompasses all stellar debris, all of the asteroids and comets and planets and things we can't even see and don't know are out there. And then it'll start to implode again, just like universes do. It'll start shrinking back like a dog egg. It'll shrink back all the way down into a tiny little white dwarf, right? And as it turns into a dwarf star, it won't have any light, but it'll bring back with it, when it shrinks, all of those planets, large planets like Jupiter, Saturn, gas giants, comets, asteroids, all stellar debris, and it'll be a lot heavier and a lot more dense than it was prior to the explosion. Right? But it'll be a lot smaller, so it'll be very dense and highly concentrated, very packed. So packed and tight that 1 tablespoon of it could weigh as much as 10 or 20 tons, 1 tablespoon. Do you understand me? Yeah. So now, gravity, the strength of gravity is directed by density, right? So the more mass that an object has, the more powerful the gravity is, and the further its reach, right? so that an object like that's that packed and that dense, and it has that much material in it, the gravity would be a lot further than it was when it was just the sun. So it would reach out in every direction and reach further out and grab even more objects and pull them in, and they would also become a part of this dwarf star, making it even tighter and heavier and more concentrated, which means that it would have a further reach out to get more objects and more stellar dust and get even more concentrated. Well, when a star gets so heavy, it's just like if you were working in a motel and you changing a sheet, and 4 people got on the corner of the sheet. Each one took a corner and you pulled it real tight and taut, military tight, like in the Marines. And then you took a quarter and popped on it, and the quarter would pop up off of it. It was that tight. While it's that tight, you take a bowling ball and start rolling across the sheet. And everywhere the bowling ball rolled, it would create a groove in the sheet because of the weight of the ball, the mass of it. Then pour a box of BBs on the sheet. So no matter where the BBs were, they would all start rolling toward the bowling ball. That's what gravity is, right? Warp space makes objects fall towards the mass, right? But now, the thing is, if the bowling ball, like that sun, started getting heavier and heavier because it started collecting more and more material, it would get so heavy that the fabric of space itself could not support the weight, so that the ball would tear a hole in the sheet. You understand? But before that would happen, it would warp the sheet if it would start getting heavier and heavier, and the 4 people would start, their feet would start inching closer and closer together. The ball would start making the bed sheet look like a taco. It would start folding it up until all 4 people are like nose to nose, right? And that's how you get a wormhole. And also, what will happen is how you do interdimensional travel through warp space. Because when the sheet was straightened out all the way flat, if you were traveling across space and that was light years instead of feet or inches, it might take you 10,000 years to get one side of the sheet to the other. But when it started folding up and the ends started touching, then you could go through the bedroom door and be into another world all the way on the other end of the sheet in one step. You follow what I'm saying? Like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
But now going back with the heavy ball being so heavy that it not only warps the space around it, but it tears a hole through the fabric of space. That's what a black hole is. And the star sits at the bottom of that hole beyond the event horizon. And it starts keep pulling out. It's like a stellar vacuum cleaner that just moves around space like Pac-Man, eating up everything in its reach. And the more it eats, the further the reach is. In fact, it gets such powerful gravitational pull that even light can't pass over the hole without getting sucked in. You understand? It even sucks light.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a black hole. You understand? Now, to create a stargate is when, we're going to take it a little further, when you have 2 universes that are side-by-side parallel, and they both have one of these stars have a supernova at the same time. And they both create a black hole, and then what happens is both the bottoms of those black holes happen to meet and create a tunnel. That's a stargate. It's kind of like you have 2 little kids out on the front lawn, like your little boy and girl playing with those bubbles with the wand, and they both blow long, long bubbles in front of each other, and the ends of those bubbles touch and open up into a tunnel between each one of them's throat. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You can see that. That's what a stargate is, right? The thing is that the stargate is open for a certain amount of time, and if you're traveling through the stargate, you got to know exactly when they open and close, because if you get caught in the middle of them and then they close up, you're in trouble. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what a stargate, a black hole is. If that's not clear, just keep turning it.
Amun.
Yes.
I'd like to share a song that I like to dedicate to the family and plus you. And
All
it's
right.
real deep to me. It's Holy, Holy by Marvin Gaye.
All right.
Holy, Holy.
Very good.
I would like people to check that out. It's very strong, very powerful for this mission. It's real powerful.
Right. Send me the link and I'll give it to the world.
Okay. I got a question to ask you.
I'll do my best.
My question
Let me ask you, Ann, do you understand what a black hole is?
Yes, yes, you to an extent. So, which mode of travel does the Nibiru travel through? Is it the Stargate?
The Nibiru have a different mode of travel, and it's much more complicated. All right, let me try to simplify it as best I can. If you're in a room and you have a long table and you have two objects, one on one side of the table on the left and one way on the long other end of the table. Now, what the Anunnaki or the Netu deal in is what they call location, right? Not objects, they deal in location. They look at where it is because every, what you call place has a different location. Like frequency, like a phone number. If you want to get in this room, you got to dial a specific number to get here with us. Everything has a location, a frequency location, right? And so what they do is they dial into the frequency of that location, and then they dial into the frequency of the other location, and they just take, if they want the object over there on the right side of the table, they just take that frequency and dial it into the object, and then the object just suddenly stops appearing where it is, and it reappears over there. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I know that's not simple to understand, but they don't actually travel, like from here to there in a linear sense. Like with stars past environment, they're just one place and then they're another place, okay?
Okay. Kind of like Stargate.
Say it again now. No, it's not connecting the dots. It's relocation.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I say it's not that very easy. Go ahead.
Kind of like Star Trek.
It's even more sophisticated than that because they're beaming up there and they turn into particles and the particles travel. You can see them traveling from one place to another. But with them, they just pop. They hit like Marquita Love used to do in my room. She could sit on one side of the room and then pop and be on the other side of the room, that's all. And there's no traveling in between. She was over there, now she's over there. Do you understand?
It's like the speed of light.
So they basically...
No, not at the speed of light. Not even at the speed... No, not at the speed of light. At the same instant.
So
it's instant.
Tapping into that vibration.
So what I mean is that a person could... The way that they travel, it could be, you could travel 12 feet or 76 trillion miles. You could do it in one instant. You see, like what they always talking about with particles and the oneness, where that if you spin one particle here, another particle a million light years away will spin at the same time, right? But the truth of it is that's not what's happening. What's happening is that's the same particle in the same place. But it's a different frequency. It makes it, the illusion is that it's here and then there's another one over there. When the reality is that everything's in the same place at the same time, just vibrating at different frequencies. That's the reality.
Yeah.
See, the illusion is that there's two different particles when it's not. It's just one particle. See, like you take Faouk. When Faouk had a thought to shift and created something where you all were imprinted, where thought shifted, it created the illusion of time and space. There was a particle created called a nuclear. Now what happens is that nuclear actually, you would think that it's traveling everywhere. How fast it's going is that it's everywhere at the same time to create everything. Do you understand? But that's really what's happening.
I understand.
Yeah, But it's not traveling. It just is everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
Nothing can travel that fast. No, the speed of thought's not even fast enough. It just is. Everything's in the same place at the same time.
It's kind of, oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Right. You see, let me say this. I want you all to use your imagination. Suppose you're sitting in your living room in a chair, a regular wooden chair, and you blindfold yourself. Then you remember the longest trip you took in an automobile. If you went to 3 states away or to another country or whatever, just remember and start going back in your memory and looking at it in vivid detail. You can do it easy, Jasmine. You drive all the time. Imagine you blindfolded sitting in that chair and you relive the trip. You get up and you go into your room and you put on the same shoes, pants, and shirt, all that. You get dressed, you go out your door, and you get in your vehicle to drive to the truck or whatever, and then you know where you pulled off from, and you drive to your destination. You watching all the gas stations and the trees and houses that you remember everything, the weather and everything you did on that trip to get to where you were going. If it's Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you remember how it was, the kind of food you ate, the sounds and the music and all the sights and the people, you know. Like I said, the weather and how you were feeling, and you relived the whole trip. The actual reality of it is that you're making that trip and you never left your living room in that chair. That's what it is. So if you're talking to your child outside and they did something wrong and you scolded them for it, and they don't want to hear it, so they're standing there respectfully, but they're not paying attention to you. And you say, boy, you're not paying, look at me, you're not paying attention. Your body is here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. Do you understand what I mean? Because his body's there with you sitting in the chair, but his mind is on the other side of the town, and your mind is your true essence. Wherever your mind is, that's where you are. You see, if you want to bilocate, just like with OBE, you travel back to your childhood, back to elementary school or your favorite birthday party, right? And you remember what you had on, you know, the same, look down at your feet and see your shoes. Remember who was all there in the house and the smell of what was cooking. Look at your birthday cake and any decorations they had, the music that was playing, what were the grown people doing, what they drinking and talking about, the kids that were there, your best friends and the ones that you don't really care about. You know, and bring every detail of that party, the music, the taste of the cake, and what you wore and what everybody else had on, hairstyles. Remember everything, the sights and sounds. And when you get more involved in that place and time than you are in this one right here, you believe it or not, you'll be back there at that birthday party and not where you are right now. I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I hear you.
So when you want to create an OBE or out-of-body experience, you just have to imagine yourself, for example, standing up in the doorway of your bedroom, looking down at your body on the bed, and imagine how your bedroom looks and how your body would look when you sleep, the positions you sleep in, whether it's on your back or your stomach, or, you know, whether you get hot and kick your feet off, or whatever. Just look at yourself on the bed. And keep looking at yourself on the bed, looking around your room until you actually are standing up in the doorway and you're the observer, looking at your body on the bed, looking at the room. You understand? And that's an OBE, out of body, a relocation, a bilocation. You follow me?
Yeah.
Now, I know it's going to take a great deal of concentration and study to relearn these things, but at least you got some idea where to start now. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
Right.
Cool.
But you got to go inside your mind and start working hard. Your imagination is what connects you to God and separates you from the animals.
Indeed.
Right. Okay? Seraphims have a great imagination. Cherubims have a dull imagination. Like I told you, ask the sheriff about that clock on the wall, and they'll say, oh, you ask the chairman about the clock, the chairman gonna say, it's a plastic clock on the wall, right? The servant gonna say, it's a red clock with a ceramic globe on it. It's got Roman numerals, and it's got a second hand, and it's got a cord on it, but you can't use batteries. In other words, they're gonna give you so much detail. You understand what I mean? A lot of detail. The seraphim is a lot of detail. And that's what you have to imagine all that detail to make something come into being. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Right. But the person, you know, the lady mentally Negro will say, oh, just a clock on the wall. They ain't on me. You know, that's a clock on the wall. Well, they'll never create, that's not God material. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You have to have an intricate, complicated mind and a wonderful, powerful imagination like a child. But this world is designed to curb a child's imagination through sticks and carrots. They whip them or give them candy. You know, if you're too old to play with those dolls. You know, they don't want you to imagine your childhood friends that they can't see and all that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But if you keep the imagination of a child, you can wonder. You follow what I mean?
You can wonder.
Yeah.
And yeah.
They can communicate with angels and things much more than the sophisticated adults. You understand?
Yeah.
Because adults, over time, they get involved in the physical plane and they lose you so much that their pineal gland or their third eye, the pineal gland, it used to be about the size of an almond. It was very supple. It was soft, like a piece of fruit. It was malleable. But now it's shrinking up like a raisin and it's starting to get real hard. You know what I mean? And now they can't imagine things anymore because they've created this kind of a crystal shell around them, a transparent crystal shell around them, like they trapped inside of an egg or something, and they can see outside of it, but they're trapped inside of it. But this transparent shell they created around themselves, ceramic or glass thing they created around themselves, is a barrier that truth cannot penetrate. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So they're trapped inside it and they're cut off from reality. That's why when I get through with this book, anybody that reads this book that has an ounce of understanding will come out the other end of deity. Believe what I tell you. You'll be a God when you come out the other end of this book. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the world we live in that has that effect on us.
Yes, it does. You know, what percentage of the time do you all spend looking at television? Or listening to radios or music? Huh?
Not much television.
Quite a bit, right?
You don't have time. By the time you wake up, it's time to go to bed again. You can't cram as much as you used to, Amun, in a day.
Well, because the days are shorter. The time is shorter. See, what I mean is, in the 70s, there was a 24. Well, in the 40s, there was a 24-hour day. You follow me? But after the Philadelphia experiment with the USS Eldridge in Montauk Bay, they created a a rift in space. And so it's an equinox every 10 years, and time is becoming shorter and shorter. It's beginning to dock with itself. So what used to be a 12-month year is now only 6 months. Do you understand? And now people that was around back then are saying, man, time is really flying. Like you say you're 65, right? So you notice how fast time is flying. You hear me, Ann?
Oh, yes, I do.
Because you remember,
now.
What I'm trying to say is you remember when a day was a day. Do you understand me?
Yeah, a day was a solid day.
Yeah, but it's no longer. It's only a half a day now. So you know it's getting too short. But there was a time for some people that's old enough to remember they were sitting in school and they wanted to go out on a summer day so bad, but look at their hands on the clock wasn't moving at all. And they wanted to be grown and everything, but their birthdays just didn't come, and Christmas never came. It just took so long for everything.
Not now.
In the wintertime, everybody wanted spring to come and summer, but it just took forever. You know what I mean? Now, there's some of these young people, real young people, they don't really know the time is moving that much faster because they came in at halftime into the game. You understand what I mean? The game was damn near over when they got, you follow what I'm saying? Everybody's quiet. Nobody hears me.
To us.
I understand.
Yeah, I was fine. We just soaking it in. We overstand.
Oh yeah, I follow you. Yeah. But there's no such thing as time. Remember, I told you that time is an illusion. Remember, I gave you all the example. If you get in the car with somebody and they take you, drop you off at your favorite entertainment, what you love the most, whether it's watching a movie or going to play bingo or go shoot pool, which I love to do. You know, when you're at your favorite activity and they drop you off over there and you're doing what you love most to do in the whole world, and you tell them, say, come back and get me in 2 hours. You understand? They come back and get you in 2 hours, and you say, wait, I just got here. Are you back already? No, it was too. Look at the clock. It's 3 o'clock now. I brought you at 1 o'clock. You said come back in 2 hours. I was just getting set. You know, I understand you. You follow what I'm saying? But if you're doing something you really don't like, some people don't like working or doing it looks like it takes all damn day.
Absolutely.
It's never over. It just won't. The clock won't move.
Correct.
But we know at the same amount of time. So what's happening is this. Let me make you understand it. Have you all seen some people that be 50 or 60 years old and they look like they're in their 30s?
Yeah.
And you see some people that be in their 30s and they look like they're 50 or 60?
Yeah.
Well, you can see who's enjoying life, can't you?
Yeah. What happened there, Amun?
But what happens there is that, let me explain. People that's really enjoying life, look, in other words, if you're doing the thing you love most, time is not passing for you. So if you think it was only 30 minutes you've been there, but it was actually 2 hours, that means 2 hours passed for the rest of the world, but only 30 minutes passed for you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you're doing things that you love all the time, you don't age because time is not passing for you. How many of you all saw that picture of Anukas I sent you?
Yeah.
I did.
Well, I didn't know what she looked like.
She don't even look
well, but you don't need to know what she looks like. She's 70. She's almost 80 years old.
And she don't even look.
Does she look like she's? Listen to me. Does she look like she's 80 years old to you?
No, she does not.
No.
But what I'm saying, I don't know.
That's right.
What she looked like before.
You don't need to know what she looks like. You know what? Let me tell you something, darling. You know what an 80-year-old person looks like. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
You don't need to know what she looks like. You know what an 80-year-old person looks like. And she don't look like no 80-year-old person.
No, that's what I'm saying. She looked, by the way you said it, I can tell just by looking at her that
she could be easily in her 40s. She looks easily past her 40s.
Yes, she could.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's like half age. 40 and 40 is 80. But I'll tell you something. People living with me, too, directly with me. And one of the things I do every night before they go to bed, I take their hands and I hold it and I say expanded consciousness, raised vibration, divine love and healing surging through every aspect of your being, reverse aging, cellular rejuvenation, protection from evil in every shape, form, or fashion. And may your feet be firmly planted in the new heaven and new earth forever. In the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay, move. And you know when I tell the universe to move, what does it do?
It moves.
It moves.
Move.
All right, so when I do that to them, what do you think is happening?
It's happening to them. They're getting younger.
What's happening is she was older when she moved here than she is now. Do you understand?
Sure.
I totally agree, Amun. I'm 22. People say I'm 12, so I agree.
That's right. Exactly. I understand it. That's right. But I went to a gathering with Joaquin, Malachi's older sister in Atlanta about 5 or 6 years ago. And all them people had AIDS, including his sister. I didn't even recognize them. As soon as I walked in the door, they all ran to me and said, Ahmed, you look just the same. You have an AIDS one day. And I was thinking to myself, yeah. Am I supposed to be different? I don't really age like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll never be wrinkled up and old. I'm not going to be old. I can't get old. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes. Well, you
and nobody with me. Let me explain. When you all, I get you where I want to get you, don't you know there's no time there?
Sure.
And the closer you get to being a star mover, the closer you get to being a spiritual being, turning yourself inside out, the less time there'll be for you.
Yes, no expiration.
No expiration. That's why you got some old people with a young spirit, and they still playing childlike, right?
Yes.
So they never lose the child in them. They never lose the child.
Yeah. Since being with you, Amun, I feel 15 years younger.
Whenever you're with me, you're gonna feel younger.
But I feel it.
People don't age with me. I'll tell you something else. You people will be further away from sickness and disease with me too.
Yeah, I feel it already for the longest.
I understand.
I feel
because spiritual vibrations are very healing. And I contact many of you all that I really love a lot, and I come to you at night and I heal you and I whisper in your ear wonderful things, positive things.
I hear
things
you.
like I just got through, I tell them every night. Go ahead. Do y'all realize this is really my mission? I was sent here by the Most High, the Creator, to do this?
Yes.
Yes.
Gee.
I'm not playing at all. When was the last time y'all called up for class and I wasn't here?
Never.
That's right. I'm always on my job. And you should always be sending out posts and bringing people to class and waking them up if you're on your job. Do you understand?
Sure.
If you're not doing that, you're not serious. And you'll age and die like the rest of them. How you gonna be a part of, you're a part of the mission just on the receiving part, but not on the giving part, right? And how much more could you give than you give of yourself? Of your own energy and your own time, putting that into the mission.
We're doing the best that we can do.
I hear people say that all the time. But are the results you're putting out as good as the ones you want to receive? In other words, are you putting out the kind of energy for the mission that you want the mission to give to you? Because that's what's happening. In creation, you get back what you give. That's a constant law. That never changes. You are one with all and all is one with you. you get back whatever you put out. Those are two things that are constant. Those are two things that don't change. Three laws that immutable laws that don't change. And that's one of them. Whatever you put out is what you get back. Now, whatever you're putting out, that's what you're getting back, whether it's good or evil or little or big. Period. You can't trick it. These brothers and sisters I'm asking you to put posts out for, those are all your brothers and sisters. They are all out. They are all one with all, just like you. But if you don't care about all, but you want all to care about you, then you crazy. You don't care if they get left behind, but you don't want to be left behind. Is that what you mean?
Definitely not.
No.
Not me.
Well, the harder you try to get them forward into heaven, the harder that we're going to try to get you there. You're working for yourself. Do unto others. Start posting up and getting these people in the class. Let me give you all something I want to share with you in the Holy Tablets. If you have the link, I always give you all a free link to Holy Tablets on the emails, and you'll have them, Akinola, pretty soon. But right now, you should type in Malachi York, comma, Holy Tablets, the Holy Tablets, comma, PDF, and they'll come up.
I have the PDF, Brother Amun. I have the PDF of the Holy Tablets.
Okay, you have it. Okay, well, I want to go to chapter 19. Is everybody with us? Chapter 19 of the Holy Tablets?
Yes.
All right. Let me know when you're there. Akinola, you can let me know too. You get to chapter 19, tablet 5.
Okay, tablet 5, chapter 19, tablet 5. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm searching for it.
Very good. $16.40 in the hardback, and page 1633 in the softback.
I'm there.
All right. Jasmine, are you driving when you have class?
No, sir.
Okay, I got you. Very good. I'm going to bless you.
You said chapter 19?
Yeah, chapter 19, tablet 5.
Tablet 5. All right, I'm there.
All right.
What verse is it?
Verse 1. Those of Amun-Rayay. Lo, the souls of the Amun, faithful of the community of Ahmed, son of Adelit and Amina, are to be created from the sweat of Ahmed, who is called Muhammad, or better, Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin, son of Abdalit. Peace be upon him, so they will say. Nothing would exist if Allah didn't create it. Then Al-Elo created 3 candlesticks of green carnelian, and its outside is seen from its inside. Let me try to tell you all how I create things. And its outside is seen from its inside. Then he created my form as Malachi, and how Malachi creates things. Son of Al-Elo with the healing power, giving me 720 degrees, and how I will look in the physical world. Oh, I saw it. So he placed in my head this candlestick, that I may look inside and outside of all things. And I stood in it as one standing in worship. Then the 24 Anunnaki of the seraphim did tawaf, circumference around the light of me, Malachi, son of Anu. They said, glory be to Anu, and nothing would exist if Anu, Elionel didn't create it. Anu is the most supreme for another 7,000 years. When the end of this one existence is the beginning of another. Are you following me? So the other night, I had a quantum leap in my evolution. I realized that even though I was using my third eye, that I wasn't where I was supposed to be yet in my evolution. So I acquired another level of transformation. And the best example I can give you all as to what happened is if I asked you to remember when you had a dream that was very vivid, and somebody close to you was in that dream. How many of you remember that? Can see you and see that person in what they were doing? And you remember when you sit and you woke up and told them, said, "I saw you last night in my dream. You were doing this or that." Remember that?
Sure.
Right.
All right. Now, where I went to the other night is that I saw the person in my dream. I could do that. But this time, I woke up and I could see that person in my dream, and I could see myself with them. And I said, I saw us last night in the dream doing this or that. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
That's the best way I can explain it. So now I went from being able to see you in the dream to being able to see us. So when I saw you in the dream, I know who was watching you because I said it. I said, I saw you last night in the dream doing this or that, right? So who's watching? And so who's that watching when I see us in a dream? I see you and I in a dream.
Right.
Huh?
Oh.
Did you hear me?
Overstand. Cool.
I know I saw you last night in a dream, but I want to know who saw you and I in my dream.
Herself.
I'm looking back to see if you looking back to see if I'm looking back to see if you're looking. Yes, me, anti-act brother. Me anti-act Millie. Flying sandals, baby. And that's not what's happening, but that's as close as I can get to describing it, okay? I can look at people inside my mind like it's hard to explain. But I can see things inside and outside. And when I look at somebody inside my mind, any way I want to see them, that becomes real. Do you understand? Like Malachi imagined Tamaray just the way it was, every brick of it before we got there. Or I imagine how I would do for the moon to move with your face in it. And it happens, you understand? But I do it inside the house with my eyes closed in the dark.
How is that possible?
Because that's how God creates. And?
What? You got the blueprint? The
Say it again.
The blueprint. I said, how do you do that, really?
That's what I'm telling you. I don't know how to explain that. I just gave you a closest example of it with a dream. But all you got to know is this. It is impossible, but I do it. So who am I?
And news.
You're the
That's
creator.
right. I am my Father of one. The one here and the one there are not two. We're one. I speak his words, I speak my words, and I speak our words. Look deep into this light and you see three Mims: Amun and birth, Muhammad and prophecy, Mahmud in the end. Amun-Rayay and Anu are the same being. And so is Amun and Ahmed. You see, when you start off tablet 5, those of Amun-Rayay, lo, and the souls of the Amun, faithful of the community of Ahmed, son of Abdul Elamina. You understand? Adam was created from the sweat of Ahmed, who is called Muhammad. Right? Now let's go to chapter 6. Lo, then Alilo, the supreme being, commanded all the souls of creation to look at my form. And I incarnated in the form of Melchizedek, Melchizedek, Malachazoduk. And then I incarnated in the form of Al-Kupt, that means the heart center. Then I incarnated in the form of Yanun. I am from Risk, the 8th planet in the 19th galaxy, Ilyun, far outside this one. I am sent here to give you the true guidance out of your past that has become your future and has returned to warn you. I came from the planet Risk by way of Nibiru. You call it Jannat, that means garden. Our solar system was within the 19th galaxy on this side of the first warp, called the black hole. Are you following me? We have a tri-solar system of 19 planets and 8 and 30 moons. I'm from Risk as well. Of course, you know that, right? Some planets have moons while others don't. I come from the 8th planet of the 19th galaxy called Ilyun. The planet Risk is a great planet that gives a great deal of energy, originally having 2 moons, but now 1. Right? But now, Risk also has 3 suns, right? Now, science tells you that Earth is getting more suns. You got another, you can look up on YouTube to see 2 suns. Some of you, astronomy is capturing 2 suns in the sky. Am I right or wrong?
Sure.
That's right, but the interdimensional is not always here. But there's another 3rd sun on the way. It's called the Pistol Star. So what am I saying? I'm saying Earth is turning into a tri-solar system for some, right?
Sure.
Well, listen, if Risk in Ilyun is 76 trillion miles away and in another dimension, and it has 3 suns, and then Earth, for some, is going to have 3 suns as the vibrations raise up. And I keep telling you, everything's in the same place at the same time, vibrating on different frequencies. What I'm telling you is that the planet Earth is turning into the planet Risk because they're in the same place. But it's going to be planet Risk for some, and it'll always be a passing away Earth for those that fell away and can't raise back up. Do you understand?
Sure.
The former things are passing away. Yeah. If you're not left behind, you're going to come with me and raise up. And you're going to wake up in the 19th galaxy on a planet called Risk. And you'll be a Riskian. Do you hear me?
Sure.
With 3 suns in the sky. Okay, which verse did we stop on? Yeah.
Please don't leave us.
I don't have no plans of doing that. I love you. Okay. 17. We are called Riskian or Anunnaki or just the Elohim. I am one of the teachers of the 19th galaxy. I'm one of them too. Do y'all know that? I try to raise your consciousness. I try to raise your consciousness. So do I. So that when the ship returns in the lunar log of the 12th point in August in the year 2003 of the Gregorian calendar, then the gate or great vortex will reopen, and this planet called Earth positions itself in the location of revolution of the planets, and they all in line as the lunar log is the 5th point in May. In the year 2000 of the Gregorian calendar, you will be ready. All right. You have psychic powers. You must use them. I was bred for you. I come from a star feeder people that are scientists and astrologers. They are the ones who keep the Akashic records. They keep the logs of everything that takes place on the planets. The planet that I come from, each being lives to be 1,000 years old. As Ethereans or etheric beings in our perfected state, we live trillions of years, a time systems beyond your comprehension. At this point, in our incarnated state, we each live 20 and 100 years or less. Your atmosphere created by your sun, a dying star, causes us two melanites to age and die much more rapidly, as it alters our chemistry and reduces our stay. So to stay there for 1,000 years would be like staying here for a day. That's why one day to God is like 1,000 years to you. In our original state, we live 1,000 Earth years. We stay and then move on to another galaxy. A whole star feed came to Earth in ether form. The beings on my planet are human beings, very similar to Earth beings. I told you, and I'm going to let y'all finish reading this for yourself tonight, but I told you that another risky here was the guitar player Jimi Hendrix, right? I'm a risky, and so is Malachi. Andrew, are you here? No? Everybody's not going to make it across this desert. You hear what I'm saying? And it's not because I don't want them to. I love everybody, but everybody can't handle the truth. Time to go outside and move these stars. Tell me what you see where you are. Now I'm turning out the light and closing my eyes. What do you see? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I got a star here in Florida.
Yeah, I see a star.
Okay, you got a star in Florida? All right.
Yes, sir.
We're going to make that star move up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
All right, moving.
All right. Now we're going to make it drop down in the name of Amun-Rayay. Keep practicing. It's like it's sliding to the right a little bit. Huh? Yeah, I know it.
Yep.
Now we're going to make it go in a circle clockwise.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Who is this?
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
Tufu.
Oh, okay. What happened to your boy Andrew? What happened to Andrew?
Andrew's had a rough day today. He's spending time with the kids and
all right.
listening to some music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell him to call you.
Yeah. Okay. Now, who else gonna move some for us tonight?
It's cloudy in London.
Okay. But I tell you all, I discovered another level of creative ability tonight, and I can use it for whatever I want. This thing is real, I'm telling you. It's very real. Make no mistake, beloved. One more person move something. Go ahead.
Let's go, Brother Amun. I'm from Brother Nigeria. I'm looking at a star right now, Brother Amun.
You looking at a star right now? All right.
Yes, Brother Amun.
We're going to make it raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Raising up.
All right.
Up.
I love you. Now we're going to make it drop down in Africa. Come in.
Dropping now.
All right. Now we're going to make it go counterclockwise.
This. We're going to the past. Brother Amun, when you mean we're going to the future or we're going to the past, what does that mean?
Coming at you again from your past through your future? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. Please, can you explain the deeper meaning?
All right. When you think of extraterrestrials, right, like Greys, for example, you think of them as a different species, don't you? But they're actually you in the future. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So they lived on the world prior to this one, like the Atlanteans, and we had certain experiments and wars and things that we did that caused the destruction of our world. Do you understand that?
Yeah, definitely.
And when we did that, a lot of us became mutated in ways. Do you hear me? So now we look like different beings, right? And we stayed out of space and traveled, so that without gravity, when you're on a spacecraft like Bashar all the time, then you lose muscle mass, and you start getting spindly and long, and you may have only 3 fingers because you don't use as many fingers, but you're much more intellectual, so you have a bigger head, right? You understand me? Your anatomy may change. Your anatomy has drastic changes. But now, in 2027, they're going to make contact with us again. So what they're actually doing is coming at you again from your past, but they're coming at you through your future. Do you understand? That's what we're doing. You understand, son?
I see what you're saying, brother.
Yes, that's what's happening. We're coming at you again from your past through your future. That was a good question.
So they only have 3 fingers. I thought it was 4.
Well, some beings see what's happening is that since you're less physical, you don't use your fingers as much. Remember I told you to put your hand palm flat down on the table and spread your fingers out? Do it now. Put your hand flat down on the table and spread your fingers out, and then pick up your pinky finger and put it back down. Pick up your thumb and put it down. Your pointer finger and put it down. Pick up your middle finger and put it down. Now pick up your ring finger way in the air and put it down. You can't do it.
Can't move it.
That's right.
So it's only 3 fingers.
No, because you're not using it as much as you would if you were a pianist or a typist, for example. So when you stop using limbs for hundreds of thousands of years, it's like a bat has vision, it has eyes, so it had vision at one time. But since it chose to become nocturnal and live in the dark for thousands and thousands of years, it became blind through atrophy, through non-use of the eyes. But the fact that it has eyes means that it once had sight. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, imagine if you only use 4 or 3 fingers for 50,000 years. Not only wouldn't you be able to pick it up, it might just dissolve, just atrophy away, wither away, like your legs would if you sit in a wheelchair for 50 years. You understand?
So how do we prevent that then? So we keep at least 4 of our fingers.
Well, you got to use them.
Use them.
Yeah, if you were a pianist, you'd use all of your fingers, right? A person that's a pianist or a typist, professional typist, they can use the ring finger just like all the rest of them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something about being a god, if that's what you're asking me. Let me tell you again. If you go to a concert and you watch a famous pianist get up on the piano and he starts playing a very intricate song from Beethoven on the piano, and you're in awe. You look at it with your mouth dropped and you think, I wish I could play the piano like that. You understand what I'm saying? And only the pianist knows that you can do exactly what he's doing if you would have learned how to do that. You don't know it because you didn't learn. You didn't go to Juilliard. You didn't take those lessons for 30 years. You understand? But the pianist knows that you can do, that you have the potential. See, God knows that you have the potential to be God, but you don't. Do you understand? It looks impossible to you. I'm waiting for a response that tells me you can hear me. And better yet, you understand me. You understand me?
Yes. So listen here, Amun. So that means that we, like the Greys, we're going to be infertile then.
Say it again. We're going to be what?
You said that it's us in the future.
That's right.
And the Greys have misused their body. So that means if they've misused their body, we will be looking at a future that we're not fertile.
Yeah, well, what it is with the Greys, what they're trying to do is come back and make corrections by abducting people to use their DNA to reconstruct their forms so they can come out looking human again, okay?
Tell me, Amun, how successful are they going to be?
Very successful. There are many of us here that walk among you. You think we people just like you.
True. Okay.
But we're actually hybrids.
Tell me something.
But we're actually hybrids. Right. We're hybrids from the future.
Right.
Malachi and I are from 76 trillion years in the future, in your future.
Right. And can you tell me, can they be able to find a cure for leprosy for the Caucasian
leprosy? A cure for what?
The Caucasian leprosy. For their
Inky already has one. Look, we found a cure for everything, including death, about many millions of years ago.
Right.
We're perfected beings. We found a cure for everything.
So it's going to be corrected. Because a lot of
it's going to be corrected for those people that strive hard to stay close and hold on to us, that we can train up and give our light to, and they have enough extraterrestrial in them to be worthy of the trip, right?
I'm saying this, Amun, because I don't want them to come back again. And
you want to come back where, the Earth? What do you want? Make it clear to me.
I don't want them to come forward. Yeah, what I'm saying, I don't want them to start being jealous of the melanin that they've got and start abducting us again for the melanin that they haven't got.
Well, they can't do that. That'll be against intergalactic law. You understand?
I know.
They're just trying to get into a human form right now. They don't care what race they are. They just want to get back to being in a human form, shape. Bashar is one of them. He's a hybrid.
Okay.
Right? I'm a hybrid. I'm a chimera. And didn't you suppose I was a little bit different when I started doing the things that I do?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Of course we
didn't you think Malachi was a little different?
The most different.
A little different.
Most different. Yeah, very different.
Yeah, he's writing books like a child writing a 15-minute poem, right? Hundreds of books.
Not really.
Answering all your questions. He's answering too many questions.
He was extraordinary.
And I didn't even graduate from high school.
He was different.
You can say that again.
He was completely different.
And he is different right now. But he also told you, and I listened to one of his classes last night, and I was trying to send it to you all, where he says People keep thinking I'm the only one sent. Not true. I have a mission just like everybody. All of those sent. And when I'm gone and my time is up, another Pharaoh will take my seat. That's me.
Yes, we've got the audio. We've got the audio.
I got the power. I got the baton. It's like a baton race. It's my time to rule.
Most definite.
There was people before him, and there'll be people after him. Go ahead.
Amun,
yes.
Is Malachi a Lelu?
Is he a what?
Is Malachi a Lelu?
A Lelu? No.
Uh-huh.
No, okay. A Lelu is his uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I read in the...
A Lelu, I don't know what you read, but a Lelu is a different species, really. Right?
Yeah, he's a reptile.
Yeah, more reptile than Anunnaki or Riskian, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I read it in one of your class, the Anunnaki descended from the gold. You did.
I'm sorry?
One of your class lectures you gave from the Anunnaki descended from the gold.
From the
gold. Talking about the plan of the right, the GOLD, the gold.
Okay, I'm kind of lost, but as long as you remember, that's okay.
Yeah, I was just letting you know, you talked about a very interesting class that you gave.
Yeah.
You broke down how the war started in the stars and how the north and the south, or Nibiru, the Titans,
they had war. They had war like the north and the south on Earth. Yeah, and the Civil War, right?
Yes.
But it's supposed to be reptilians. It's supposed to be reptilians in the south and Anunnaki and Riskians in the north.
Okay.
One thing they worry about a lot is climate. When they start going to where it's cold at, the reptiles raise hell and want to re-steer Nibiru to warmer climates. But the ones in the south don't like all that damn heat. Or the ones in the north, rather.
Right.
You follow me?
Understand.
So they war over that. Now with Alelu, he used to be on Anu's seat. In other words, he was our Most High at one time. And he has lineage that connects him to the Anunnaki. But his bloodline wasn't as pure as Anu's, and when they searched it out and found that the Anu had a pure bloodline, then they made him the king. And Alelu, being a lot of draconian, was evil and put a lot of people in hell. So as soon as they announced Anu, the ruler, he jumped in the Shumu crest and took his family and fleet, and they took off. And he headed straight across the Hammond Bracelet, an asteroid belt for the planet Earth. Because he had scouted out before he knew there was gold there. And he knew that they needed gold on Earth to replete the depleted atmosphere for the penetrating tri-suns, right? And so he found the gold again and radioed back to the Bureau and told him if they put him on the throne again, he would give them the gold. But the Anunnaki was smart, and they traced the radio waves to Earth, and they found their way to the planet. And then Anu came down personally and started cutting up the land and maps and giving certain sections to everybody. Eki had a section. Everybody had a section to go, but he never called Alelu's name. And Alelu got mad and said, I'm the one that found the gold. How come I don't have a section? And that argument broke out again, right? And he demanded a fight, right? So as is the way we do it, they both got naked again and they started wrestling. And Alelu is a lot bigger, about 13 feet tall. He's bigger. But Anu is a bad cat, man, and whipped him again and put his foot on his chest and throat as a sign of victory. And Alelu, being the evil nigga he was, he reached up and bit the man's private off and swallowed it.
Yes.
Yeah. And so everybody wanted to kill Alelu right then, but Anu said, no, don't kill him, but banish him to Mars. And they had one Anunnaki guy that volunteered to go with Alelu and his wife, and he went to Mars, and they built a home in a cave and all that. And he built a big monument to himself. You see on Mars right now, in the plains of Sidonia, the face on Mars, that's Alelu, with the big fangs and the long hair, like Adam, right? And the pyramid city's there, and the statue of his wife is there. And after that phallus that he bit off started poisoning his system, and he couldn't take it. He climbed up on top of a mountain and yelled out and fell to his death, right? And the Anunnaki went back and picked up the little guy that went with him, you follow? And those nurses on the beach were so sharp and smart, they real past earth medicine, is that they created another phallus for Anu and sewed it back on. He was good as new.
So, why did following that kill him? It wouldn't kill anyone.
Say it again. Why did he follow what now?
I said, why when he swallowed Anu's phallus, why did it kill him?
Because they're different species.
I thought they were
different species.
Oh.
Yeah, and it wasn't a blood match.
Okay.
There are beings here on Earth with RH negative blood factor. There are people in class that don't know I know. But you know what I mean? These are reptiles. They're not really human Earth people.
Oh, so it was toxic to his rhesus.
Right. In other words, if a person would, like Marquita Love, if I would have got her pregnant, the baby wouldn't have much chance of surviving because of the RH negative blood. Do you understand?
Who wouldn't?
No, that blood would attack the child and kill it. Let me talk to you. So that they had to give them antibiotics, certain shots, a whole series of shots to protect the child from dying from being attacked by the RH negative reptilian blood. Do you understand?
So what, Makita's RH negative?
Yes, she's RH negative. And she told me to my face several times. I don't know why. I already knew it.
Abu.
Yes.
Are you at war with who are you at war with right now?
Whoever's at war with me. In other words, let me say this. If somebody comes in my home and I make them welcome here, and they pick up something that they know belongs to me and is dear to me, and they take it with them, I may not tell them that I know that, but I would hope in time that they would have sense enough to make sure that those items are returned. I'm talking about nothing could be more serious than that. You understand? Now, pretending like I don't know or there's nothing I can do about it would be a dreadful mistake. And time is passing, and I'm getting kind of short of patience if I'm mentioning it. Go ahead. And there's no need thinking up a lie that there's none that'll work. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm saying, somebody did that to Dr. York, took some item of his.
Say it again.
I said someone was allegedly took Dr. York item and some items of Dr. York with not good intention.
Well, I tell you what, it ain't like Malachi can't do nothing about it. You better know that. He can do something about it. Look, I'm going to tell you how Malachi is. He can bilocate so good, you can be taking a walk in your city and see an old man or somebody pass by you, and it don't even look like Malachi, but you know it's him.
Yeah.
He could look like a relative or anybody else. Get as close as he wants to you and do whatever he wants. Or he could just reach out in the spirit and move you with his mind, just like he does the stars. You see in that letter, one of those letters that he said, the noble Pastor Larry Darisburg, the one and only. Y'all read that, and then he went further down and said, You and I have taken that long walk on that short path. We have the power.
Yes.
We have the power to lift the stone with our minds, the stone we can't lift. We have the power to do that with our temple, our dome. You know, somebody said they're going to crack your dome on the chest. In other words, our power is mental. It's in our mind. We can do anything, move the whole universe with our mind. I know I can.
Yeah.
But I found out the other night I can do a whole lot more than I thought.
Yeah. It's kind of strange.
So I'm saying put them things on a yo-yo string and let us be friends and don't insist on trying to keep something that is no value to you at all. Stop trying to, don't be the devil, because you know I'm a very generous person anyway. I would let y'all duplicate any books or anything I have, you know what I'm saying, but you can't have the originals. Don't do that. Don't play with yourself. I'll kill you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've kind of seen an angelic being before, and
you see them all the time. You see an angelic being in the mirror because human beings are angels.
But I'm saying they could be different, so many different colors.
Yeah, they can be different colors and different species and everything else. Yeah, they can be reptilians, or they can be Pleiadians, or they can be Riskians, or Anunnaki, or they can be Greys. Right. That's right. Cheryl is something because I know I went to her one night. I stood up in the middle of my bedroom floor in a tap and a translate and went down and created a tunnel between me and her. And I shot straight to London to her house, and I was in the air in the room looking down on her. She had a big wide brim hat. I'm not going into too much detail about how she looked and where but I mean, I went right to her.
Did she see you?
Huh? She acted like she acted like she didn't remember me. So maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Or she could be in denial. You know, sometimes people see things that's so fantastic, they just convince themselves they didn't see it. I've come to people that do things, I've done things to people in their mind and their reality that they didn't connect to me at all, and they just don't believe it's happening. They believe they try to tell themselves there must be something they ate or it was something, they try to describe it, they try to blame it on something else. But it was me warning them. I was warning them.
Sorry, Brother Amun. Like, I had an experience, like,
yes,
listening
go ahead.
to you this. Like, I was boiling a cup of, like, a kettle of coffee. At the same time, I was listening to a documentary talking about Amun. I was about to leave the room. Like, something pulled me back, and the kettle instantly broke. And it's like the thing was telling me stop and listen. And I stopped and listened, and it was talking about Amun. Like, a lot of things you said about Amun were just thinking, bang, 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 bang. I'm just like, God damn, Brother Amun.
That's your own higher self. That's your own higher self telling you it's real. Now, my family and those that'll be with me, they know I'm real. But like I say, seraphims have a magnetic charge, but cherubims have an electric charge. So they're in danger because they don't really believe it's me. You understand what I mean? Yeah. He just a nigga just like me, put his pants on. I'm smart. I can do anything. I'm just like him. I can do, you know what I mean? You can what? You can be a god when you get ready, you think that? Gods are not born or made. They're created. You have a better chance of just becoming the president than you do of just turning yourself into a god. You understand what I'm saying?
It's powerful.
There's two gods on earth right now. Malachi Z. York and Nita Infinity, Amun-Rayay. But there are beings with the potential to be a god. and I have the key. But there ain't gonna be no devil that's gonna be no God. Don't never kid yourself with that. They've been kicked out of heaven for being the devil. You understand?
Amun.
It's time for them to straighten them, try to get back home. Go ahead. Instead of getting deeper and deeper.
Is you and Malachi gonna be at war?
No. I never was at war with him. But I love Malachi. Last time I saw him, I told him that. Well, the last time I saw him was last night, but the time before last time I saw him, I told him that. But Malachi got strange ways. You know, he'd push me in my back some kind of way, or have somebody around him do it. But I was on him so fast and hot, faster than lightning. He was down and I was on him, but I didn't really want to hurt him just that fast. I just put my arms up to just knock him down with force to let him know, you know what I mean? Don't do that, brother. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not bothering you. I'm not trying to hurt you. Don't do that. Put your goddamn mind on something else. Put your goddamn mind on something else. I'm not made by Mattel, brother. I'll tell you that. But I'm the best friend you could have in the whole world. And out of this world. But only a fool would make an enemy out of me. Only a damn fool.
Family do some strange things to you.
Say it again.
I said family will do some strange things.
And they'll get some strange things done to them.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know everybody believes in pain, right?
Yeah.
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 Because the deity can scorch the mortal, can scorch the soul, the spirit. Hurt them past the bone, you understand? You know, some people might just see lights flashing in their mind or something like that and think that's something strange or cool or exotic or kaleidoscope or something. Oh, that's... No, it's not. It said you better do what you better do. You better do right. And be my friend and don't be my enemy. Don't try to do something to me that you know damn well I can't let stand. Don't do that. Don't even try to do that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Don't insist. Don't try to be no gorilla now or no slick. Don't try to turn into no serpent and get hard and all that. No, devils just got a way that they never admit they're wrong and they never want to back. You know, they get. You know what I mean? They try to bow their legs like they did to them apostles in the book and the tablets when the storms got set on them. And they rebellious people and they dig their legs in past their knees in the ground and all that. You understand what I mean? And use their strength and bow their back until that storm tear their ass open. You understand what I mean, right?
I had some strange things happen to me a couple of years ago. Like
What's
someone
that?
was hiding things.
Yeah,
Someone
well,
was
you know.
hiding things. And we saved my purse. And
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about me. I had a friend in San Diego. We were good friends, right? That was before the crack turned into an epidemic. And his name was Skeet. And he got hooked on that crack real bad. I didn't know it. But he come to my house one day. He was sitting down talking. He was telling me how he was hooked on that crack. And how he was stealing and ripping off his family and everybody. Because we was buddies, right? And I told Skeet something. And I was serious as a bag of dead babies. I said, you know, you're cool with me, Skeet, but I'm going to tell you something. If you ever in life leave your house and walk past all them goddamn houses that'll take you to pass by to get to me, and come all the way to me to steal something from me, I'm going to take that very personally, son. And I didn't have to tell him what I do because he already saw it before. But I just want to make it clear to him what he was playing with. The level was way deeper than a nigga could imagine. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how you got to look at it. Now, you know, if you got anybody you know that'll pass up 2,000 houses to come to rip you off, God damn it, they mean that. That's personal. They're doing that against you.
Yeah.
It's intentional.
That's right. They're trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
You done passed up 1,000 houses, they gonna come and rip me off? You son of a bitch. Don't think I won't pass up 10,000 to get to you.
Sure.
If I was you, I'd try to get a yo-yo string on that. But look here, I want to let y'all know how much I love you, and it's too much. It's bigger than a whole big bear hug. I love y'all bigger than the sky is tall. And I was taking many of you all into those gates last night, and I want to take every single one of you there. But don't ever think to yourself that you do things in life that's so wrong that, like my brother Red, you know, when I was trying to take him to Malachi, and he was saying, "Larry, you not scared to go to that man? That E-man, this or whatever it is?" He said, "I know all that stuff is true." He said, "But too hot, baby, too hot." Because he had shot and stabbed so many people. I told him the truth. He said, "After the things we did, you ain't scared?" I said, "Yeah, I'm scared to go to him, but I'm more afraid not to." You hear me?
Like that.
I hope you hear me. Be more afraid not to do the right thing. Okay? I'm serious. As a bag of dead babies. But I love you all. I really do. And I'll be working tonight, and that's up to y'all how I work. We are one. Nietzsche, Amun-Rayay, Asa. In peace. I love you.